Hi, good morning all. Welcome all of you for the part 2 video of Achieving Financial Goal. Before going into the video, if you have not watched the part 1 video of Achieving Financial Goal, I would encourage you to watch that first so you will have a good continuity of this particular video. And if you wish to see contents like this, do like, share and subscribe to our videos. Now going into the video, what are we going to see in this particular video? We are going to see 7 different investment methodologies or 7 investing instruments. Which of the instruments are related to each other? Overview of various instruments. Should we invest in all the instruments? How to select which instrument really suits us? The various 7 instruments which is available for investment is gold, liquid fund, investing in mutual funds, selective savings bank account, real estate, stock market and bond market. In this video we are going to see what are all that is going to be directly related to each other and what are all inversely related to each other. This would help us in understanding how we have to invest, when we have to invest. Now if we see, there is a very old saying that gold is a good hedge for stock market. This was been the scenario for many years, but currently gold is moving alongside the share market. If you see the past 1 year data, gold keeps increasing if share market increase, gold keep reducing if the share market is reducing. This has been the recent trend in the gold investment. The new saying is stocks like inflation and gold likes inflation. The reason for this outlook is because there is lot of stimulus that is being given to the economy by the central government, and improving economy should help stock price, so stock rises with gold. The worsen in economy mean inflation increases and stock falls, and so does the gold. Now if you see the bond market is actually the hedge for both stock market as well as the mutual fund. Whenever bond market increases, when you compare, the stock market could have reduced significantly because bond market gives you a good return on investment. So people with higher cash or big investors will always find fixed income as a benefit. So it is a direct hedge to the stock market. We will definitely see why bond market increases, stock market will fall, and what are the basic things in bond market and how bond market is very critical and what are the different kinds of bonds, everything in the future slides. There is no investment method that is having zero risk. Including money put in your savings bank account is also a risk. I will cover this part also in the future slides. It's also about how you mitigate your risk there rather than thinking about what are all the risks involved in it. In investment, always risk is proportional to the return. It is a general thumb rule. Investment is an ocean. You will see all the above 7 investment methods in detail in the forthcoming slides, and I will drill down each and every instruments in my forthcoming videos as well. Dear friends, I know this could be a little lengthy video. I have put so many efforts to collect the data, so kindly watch the video till the very end. This will give you a clear idea how to plan your financial goals. If you do like this video, do like, share and subscribe to your friends. So this will help all your friends to understand more in detail about financial aspects and how to plan their financial goals. If you still have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. Now we will see the overview of all the 7 investments which we have seen in the previous slide. We are only going to see the overview of all these 7. I will post the in-depth video of all the 7 instruments in the future videos, because if I go in depth, this video will go hours long. In the overview of investment methodology, first investment which we are going to take is gold. Here we are going to see different investment procedures available in the gold. If you take gold, there is physical gold, gold ETF, digital gold and gold bonds. These are the 4 major investment methodologies in gold which is widely being used by the people. Now we will talk about what are all the products, what are all the methods that you can invest and what is the difference between them. There is something called digital gold and the physical gold which you can buy from the jewelers, coins and bars, sovereign golds, gold ETF, gold mutual fund and gold savings scheme, out of which this jewelers, coins and bar has to be bought directly from the offline stores, wherein Others like digital gold is only through online, wherein other four instruments can be purchased both in offline or in online market. Now if you see the difference, buying a gold from jeweler or a coin and bar will attract the making charge, and making charge will range from 6% to 25% depend on the jeweler. If you see the digital gold, it is depending on the digital platform that you pick, the delivery cost. If you ask for the delivery of the gold, then the delivery charge and other charges will also come in place. Sovereign gold is a direct gold rate. Whatever is the gold rate on the current market, that gold rate only will be applicable. In case of gold ETFs and mutual funds, it depends upon the company to company. For example, ICICI, HDFC, there are multiple mutual funds and ETFs which is available. It will attract the minimum percentage of 0.2 to 1% to the maximum. And if you see gold saving scheme, there will be a making charge that is being levied by the offline markets for the particular gold scheme. So that will be attracted. So the best method for investing in gold is either sovereign gold or ETFs or mutual funds. These are the three best methods of investing in gold, so that you can avoid unnecessary expenses like delivery charge or making charge. There will be a lot of other charges which you can avoid. We have seen the basics of gold investment. Now we will have a look into the liquid fund versus the FD. Let us understand this with a very simple example. If you are planning to go abroad at the end of December, I'm planning the money from the January till December, and I'm saving the money for the entire trip plan or the estimated cost. So what will be my investment methodology? Initially I will be putting my money into the FD because that is a risk-free investment methodology. That is the usual method which we all follow over the period of time. Now let us discuss about another instrument which is called as a liquid fund and how it works. So we can understand whether liquid fund will give us better return over the FD. This is a type of a debt fund that invest in fixed income instruments like commercial paper, government security, treasury bills, and etc. And the maturity period of these liquid funds depends on the scheme. It can range till 91 days. Some schemes you can keep extending over 91 days as well. This is also somewhat a capital protection and better return than the bank interests. FDs are invested via bank and via NBFCs. There are two ways of investing in FD. If you invest via bank, the return is less, but there is a RBI rules and guidelines which will protect your capital. If you invest via NBFC, you will get better return, but risk is also equally increased. Here when you are investing via NBFC, you have to check the CRISIL rating of the particular NBFC. Though the CRISIL rating is good in DHFL, we all know what happened in the DHFL case. To mitigate this risk, there is something called debentures. We will see this in the later topic because debentures also has two different debentures. One is secured debentures and non-secured debentures. So currently we will only look into the FD risk. If you are investing via bank, you have RBI guideline. If you are going for the more return, you have to check the CRISIL rating before investing into the FD, and that is not 100% protection. And there is another way which you can mitigate your risk is through secured debentures, which we will see in the later videos, because debentures itself is a very big topic to be discussed. Advantage of liquid fund is less maturity period. There is no exit load, wherein in FD case, if you break the FD before the entire period of FD is over, it will attract reduction in your FD percentage. But wherein in liquid fund, if you exit the liquid fund post 7 days, there is no exit load. You will get your money along with the number of days you have invested on the particular liquid fund. That interest will also be credited to you. Whereas in FD, there will be a reduction in your percentage of returns. We will see all these details in the forthcoming videos. Now I hope you have understood the basic difference between liquid fund and the FD. And now in this particular slide, we would have understood liquid fund is giving us more advantage than the FD. Now we will look at the next instrument. In this particular slide, we will cover both stock market and mutual fund, because both are related to each other and there is very minimal difference between the two. If you see stock market and mutual fund, There are various investment methodologies in this. There is small cap investment, mid cap and large cap in both stocks and mutual fund. If you take specific to mutual fund, there is something called debt fund, there is something called hybrid, balanced and foreign portfolio investments, and there are some different things like index fund, ELSS, specialty mutual funds. Mutual fund is a vast ocean. You have lot of investments with respect to mutual fund. We will definitely cover that into a separate video. And there are a lot of things that has to be seen before investing into a particular mutual fund, like rolling return, Y2Y return, every quarter return. There are a lot of things which needs to be seen, and exit load. So we will look into those things in the specific investment videos which we are planning in the later days. Now I am going to tell one major difference between investing in stock market and the mutual fund, and the advantage of that particular difference. In both mutual fund and stock, you are going to invest in stock market, but in mutual fund you have vast investment methodologies and you are going to invest on a particular fund on the face value of that particular fund. But wherein in case of stock market, when you are directly investing on a stock, you are going to buy a particular stock at its price. Okay, I will give you an example for this. If you are planning to buy the entire Nifty 50 stocks in your portfolio with any of your broker, for example, if HDFC is 1400 or 1500, Reliance is around 2000, so you require so much of fund to invest into all the stocks, even if you have to buy one stock. But wherein in a mutual fund, you are not going to directly invest the entire amount of one particular stock. You are going to invest on the face value of the mutual fund. So your required capital for investment will be very less. But the return on the investment, if you see, the percentage of return on investment will be higher when compared to the you directly investing into a stock market, because the mutual fund people will be having more capital to hedge their positions, but wherein a small investor like you and me will not be in a position to hedge our positions according to the market. So this is the major difference between investing in stock and investing in mutual fund, and you are not going to put the entire money of a particular share to buy a share. You are going to only invest on the face value of the mutual fund. This will help you in long term, as well as if the particular market falls, or you can invest some 2000 rupees or 3000 rupees in addition to that particular mutual fund. So there will be 100% sure you will have a better return whenever there is a profitability of the mutual fund, because you are keeping on averaging at the lower levels. So whenever the mutual fund turns profit, your profit rate will also increase drastically according to your investment methodology. Now we will cover about selective savings bank return. See, I have pasted a screenshot of majority of the banks where we usually invest. Here I have mentioned the savings bank interest as well as the FD rate of interest that is being provided by the bank. If you see the savings bank interest, it is 2.5% to 3.5%. If you check the FD return on investment in major banks like SBI, Axis, of Bank of Baroda, whatever it is something from 3% to 6%. This is the range that they are offering. But there are certain banks which gives you attractive rate of interest. They are RBL, IDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Yes Bank, which gives you a return of 5% to 7%. As per RBI guidelines, we have a protection till 5 lakh rupees. So if you want a safest return from 5% to 7%, without taking a risk, and your capital should also be safe, you can invest till 5 lakh rupees on these particular banks. So see, all these are really very good banks, there is no doubt about it. But we know what happened to Yes Bank recently. Same thing can happen to any bank that is available in the country. So for a safer side, put 5 lakh rupees onto this on these banks, which could give you a higher rate of interest. Many of you have not subscribed to the channel. If you have not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. If you think these contents are very useful, do like and share it to your friends, so they will also be benefited. Friends, now we are going to see a very important topic, so please do pay attention. Now we are going to look at bond market, which is inversely proportional to the stock market. Bond is a debt instrument in which investor lends money to the corporate or the government. The corporate or the government borrows money from us to invest in their projects and other activities. So the money which is being given by us, we get bonds in return from those people with a fixed return on investment. So your capital and what interest they pay for you for what tenure, everything will be fixed. So at the end of the particular tenure, like 5 years or 3 years or 10 years, whatever is the tenure, if they give you some, they will also be fixing what is the rate of interest every year they will be providing you. So at the fixed rate of interest, you will get your money. So you know what is your capital, what is your rate of interest, so how much amount you will get at the end of investment. One more famous line that we are going to look is, all the debentures are bond, but all bond are not debentures. Here you again see we are discussing on the topic of debentures. Debentures also come under the bond. That's why we are stating all the debentures are bond, but all the bonds are not debentures. Here if you see I have attached a screenshot. What are all the various bonds that is being available and what is the return on investment that they are giving you over the period of years. So this is just a guideline which is available currently in the market in 2021. I have taken those various bonds detail and their fixed return on investment. If you feel this 6%, 7%, 8% is what you are expecting year on year, then these are the safest place where you can invest your money. And in the bond market, there are various kinds of bonds available. Fixed rate bonds, floating rate bonds. The floating rate bond can also carry a coupon. We will discuss all this in the future videos because bond market is a very big ocean. We will discuss the bond market separate. We will cover a separate video on the bond market. Then capital indexed bond, inflation indexed bond, bonds with call and put options, special securities. There are a lot of things, and certain bonds can be traded even in the stock market. So there are various things in bond market. Bond market is a separate ocean like a stock market. We will definitely have a separate video on the bond market for better understanding. One was the very famous bond which we all might know is Bharat bond. So I am just giving you an example of that famous bond which is we all know, and the screenshot here shows what are the other various bonds that is available and what is the rate of interest that they are providing. So you can calculate your returns according to your investment methodology. All of you will be surprised if I tell you you can use bond as a money or as a capital to trade in stock market. How we can do that? All these things we will see in the detailed video of bond market. All major investors use bond as a instrument to do trading in the stock market. So we will cover this in detail in the stock market or in the bond market videos. Friends, now we are going to see the final investment instrument, which is real estate. Real estate comprises of buying land or building a house or a built up house, or you can buy a land, construct a shop, and you can leave it for rent. There are a lot of things in the real estate which you can do. There are many things that you have to focus keenly on the real estate, especially the documentation part, because there are a lot of double documentation nowadays. So be very careful when you are investing in real estate. Do consult a legal advisor, show all the documents, get approval. Don't blindly believe that the bank is giving you a loan for that particular land. Bank will verify. No, please don't do all that. Go to a legal advisor whom you know very well, or your relatives or someone knows very well. Take an opinion from him before investing into the real estate nowadays. There are many key things that you have to look into when you are buying or when you are investing in real estate. One is locality, appraisal value of that particular locality, the historical data, what is suggest, and what are all the developments that is under progress or what is being proposed by the government, whether any schools, bank, ATM, hospital, what are all the facilities available in which kilometer circle, accessibility to the various areas in your city. And the time to invest in real estate is whenever the economy is down or whenever you find the economy is turning back to the revival stage. That is the actual baseline where you can invest in the real estate. because that is the most probable time their real estate value will be beneficial to the investor. So you have to plan your investment with in terms of real estate. Friends, now we have seen what are all the different investment instruments that is available. We have seen the overview of all the instruments. So now we have a fair knowledge on various instruments. Now whether we should invest in all the instruments which we have discussed above, investment is subjected to your wish. But if you ask, should we go and invest in everything? My answer would be no. It depends on your financial goal. What you need when. That will decide on your instrument methodology and instrument in which you have to invest. And it also depends on the money available for you to invest. If you have 10,000 rupees in hand, you cannot go ahead and invest all 10,000 rupees into the instruments, because you may require some other expense anytime in your life. So you have to plan how much money you don't require in the recent future. Only that amount to be considered as an investment amount, and that amount only to be invested into the various instruments. So the capital that is available in hand and which would be the best return on investment for us, and what is our goal and how far is our goal from us, and what is the timeline that we have to invest, that will all define which instrument we have to select. Okay, now we will see what are all the various instruments that will suit you and me. As I said before, if you have 10,000 rupees excess in hand other than your need, then you can go ahead and invest in any of these instruments. If you have 1 lakh in your hand, your instrument should be different, your investment should be different. If you have 5 lakhs in your hand, then your investment selection should be different. So it all depends on your capital and it all depends on your goal, how you have to invest. Now I will just give you a consolidated outcome of the investments. Best low risk investment is savings and FD, because government is giving protection, RBI is giving you protection till 5 lakh rupees. So you can invest in savings banks like IDFC, Kotak Bank, Yes Bank, RBL, which will give you a better return on investment if you require only 6 to 7% of return on investment. If you feel you require money in short term, every 3 months once, or you want a rotation of money in hand, then the best investment methodology would be liquid fund. If you have a 5 years, 1 year to 5 years investment tenure, then you can consider debentures or bonds, which will give you some attractive returns like 8 to 10% of returns. If you have a good risk taking capability and your investment duration is long term investment, 5 years to 8 years, 5 years to 10 years range, then the best investment methodology would be mutual funds, stocks and real estate, where you cannot expect immediate return. There are many stocks, if you take in share market, for the period of 5 to 6 years, a particular stock will be in a sleep mode. Suddenly in 1 year, it will give you a return for the entire 7 years period. So that is what stock market and mutual fund is all about. So if you expect return tomorrow, this is not the place to invest. The above discussed methodologies are the investment instruments that will suit you. Hi friends, so what next? In the above instruments, there are a lot of in-depth knowledge that has to be shared, which we will see in the forthcoming videos, that will enable you to select your financial instrument based on your goal. Take it share market or mutual fund or gold investment, whatever you consider, bond market, everything has lot of things. It is not that blindly you go ahead and invest in all these things you will get the return. No, it is not the case. In each and everything there is a lot of things that has to be seen. So we will see a detailed video on each and every instrument, which will enable us to take our own decision on the financial goals. I take opportunity to thank each and every one of you who watched the video till now. I hope this video will be beneficial for you. I've taken a lot of time to collect all these data from various locations to make a video. Yes, this video has gone too long, I understand, but all the contents available inside will be very useful for you for planning your future. If you like the content, please hit the like button, share it to your friends so they will also be benefited. If you have not subscribed till now, do hit on the subscribe button. Thank you. Have a great day.